Thank you for being here, Wayne.
Thanks, Martin. Thanks for asking me.
Great, thanks. Firstly, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what connection you have with Upper Hutt?
Sure, our deep connections with Upper Hutt. I grew up here. I was born here. Mum and Dad were locals. Mum worked for 48 years for the Lewis's company, and Dad was a policeman. Dad was the first New Zealand police dog handler. I went to school here. I went to Fraser Kesman Primary School, then to St Pat's Silverstream, and then studied pharmacy and went on. And I actually studied in the US at the University of Nebraska and came back and was a lecturer at the pharmacy school at the CIT. And my wife and I, Sue, had two pharmacies in Upper Hutt for a long time. And so my connections go back a long way.
Fantastic. Now for a question that's on many ratepayers' minds. Are you for or against rates caps and why?
There's going to be a lot of change in local government in New Zealand, and the fact that rates capping is being talked about, then look, my philosophy has always been, when I've been involved, has been here, is that regardless of what happens, whether it's which government's in charge, you've got to work with them. And if rates capping comes, you've got to work with it. It's the issue with rates capping is, though, that experience around the world shows you that councils traditionally then underspend on important infrastructure, and that's an issue. But you know, if it comes, then I'm leading the city, we'd be working with it. But it's really important you have a strong leader who makes those really strong financial decisions, and you don't skimp on infrastructure spend. But as I said, if that's one of the changes that are imposed on local government, then we'll deal with it and work with it.
Great. If you're re-elected, Wayne, we know you have the experience, but what strengths and skills do you serve the people of Upper Hutt with?
Well, obviously it's proven leadership and strong leadership. I'm not afraid to make those tough calls. What also is really important, that I give not only Upper Hutt a local voice, I give it a regional voice, and I give it a national voice and a respected voice. And that's really important, because one of the things that's going to occur in the next couple of years, and you might have heard me say before, that this is the most important election that people have faced for a long time, because there will be a lot of change coming, being imposed by a lot of reforms from central government. And that's not just going to affect council, it's going to affect every citizen in Upper Hutt. So it's really important we've got an experienced leader who's prepared to lead those discussions and lead the city through the many changes that are going to occur.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for your time, Wayne.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And Martin, and I look forward to leading Upper Hutt again, because it's a privilege and it's an exciting time to be part of leading through that change that we're talking about. I'm just as enthusiastic today as I was when I was first re-elected.
Awesome.